Hello, welcome to another Wilderness Tamed video. I responded to somebody's gardening video with a comment the other day, which left me thinking that would actually make a good theme for a video. And people do ask me, how can I afford to take 1 or 2 months off during the winter when I'm self-employed? Where does the money come from? Well, I'll tell you, stick around. Yeah, who wants to do gardening work in December, January? Not this guy, too sensible for that. Oh, that was why I responded to that fella's video. I think the title of his video was January's the worst month to work in. So don't work in January then. Now, is this private? Section of the walls are close to the river. Please keep children under control. Come along, children. Hold hands. No spitting on the natives. So, where was I? Oh yeah, working in December. Miserable, just horrible. Can be. I mean, this is January now. It's a glorious day. So, you know, yeah, how can I afford it? There'd be no money coming in. Wrong. So I have a few regular garden customers. They pay me a set amount of money every month, and we negotiate how many hours they want me to do. But what they do is they pay for a 4-week month every month. And of course, some months are 5-week months. So I'll work those 5 weeks, which gives me a day in credit. I will also purchase plants and composts and bulbs and whatever I think the garden needs, because most of these customers are just happy to let me run riot on their land and improve their gardens for them, because they don't either have the time or the knowledge to do that. As long as you're honest and your customers are up for it, get a deal like that. Basically, I've calculated the amount of customers I need, and the amount of money they're paying in will cover my business outgoings, so the insurances and the lease on the van and whatever other regular outgoings I've got. So at least I know that they're covered whilst I'm away. What about household bills? Because they're a separate thing, I hear you say. Well, my side hustle is I sell or drop ship wildflower seeds, native UK wildflower seeds, plug plants, pond plants, that sort of thing, from an eBay store. I'm going to have a sit down in the arms of this chap. So me and my mate here going to sit and watch the river go by. Yeah, so when I'm not at home, how can I possibly fulfill these orders for seeds and plug plants and things, bulbs as well? What is drop shipping? If you don't know, drop shipping is getting a wholesaler or a manufacturer to fulfill your orders directly, so that you don't have to hold the stock. So there's money coming in from that as well. It's not a lot, because at that time of year, not many people are buying seeds. The bulb orders do well. Yeah, anyway, so drop shipping, or at least a side hustle of some kind that you can operate from anywhere with a phone and Wi-Fi going on. Job's a good one. Now, I'm the last person who should be giving out financial advice. Save no less than 10% of everything you earn. Wise words indeed. I would step that up a notch. So the lower tax rate, tax band in the UK is 20%. So you pay 20% tax on your earnings. So for every pound, you pay 20 pence in tax. Fractions. So like last week, for example, I got 950 of your earth pounds, and I immediately transferred 20% of that into the savings account. Previously, I have been paying a direct debit to HMRC every month, and I got to thinking, well, I'm sending them that money and I'm not making anything on it. That's a dumb choice. So now I've cancelled that direct debit. I'm saving. So even, after 12 months, when your tax demand is due and you've been saving your 20%, popping it away in a pot. Oh, there's a nice seat here in the form of a felled birch tree. Yes, so at the end of the 12 months, you've been putting away your 20%. Your tax demand comes in, the money's there, and it's gained a bit. So you send off whatever the lovely taxman demands from you. You don't feel like you're kind of scrabbling around trying to rustle up the money together, and you've got a bit extra that you can treat yourself to, I don't know, like a bar of chocolate or a can of cheap soup or something. Now, hopefully you've earned a little bit more than that in interest. So that's a little bit of advice for anybody who's kind of self-employed like me, sole trader, and a bit concerned about how we're going to find these several hundred or few £1,000s to pay the tax man. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so another trick a few years ago now, and I need to update this, go through your outgoings and list all your direct debits and all your standing orders from your accounts, business account and personal accounts, add them together and then divide by the number of days you want to work, 5 days a week, 48 weeks in a year or whatever, and it'll give you how much you need to earn per day in order just to cover those expenses, all those outgoings. And I think when I did it, it worked out 32 quid a day or something, 32 pounds for those of you who aren't in the UK. And I thought, so why am I busting a gut working 5-6 days a week when I can earn a lot more than £32 in a day? I don't need to be working that many days. Yeah. So I immediately cut down the amount of days I worked. Knowing what you need to earn to cover your expenses is well worth having in the back of your mind, because then you can kind of pretty much govern what you want to do with the rest of your working week once you've made that money, or work less days in the week. Why not? Why work 5 or 6 days? I've seen gardeners out, I've seen gardening vans in front of people's houses and heard lawnmowers and strimmers going off Saturdays and Sundays. What's that about? So let me know in the comments down below. Have you found these bits of information useful? Would you like to live the kind of lifestyle I live? And who wouldn't? But if you've got your own little hacks and tips, do share them. It's the YouTube thing. Everybody's putting these videos out to help other people. So yeah, share your thoughts, share your ideas, share your hacks, hints and tips. But it's all to do with lifestyle choice as a gardener / conservationist / scyther. See what I did there? Anyway, it's going to get noisy. I'm approaching the road. I shall sign off. thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, blah blah blah, YouTube, and I'll see you in the next one.